Hey guys, welcome back to Real Geek, and this time I'm going to be reviewing the movie How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. So this is the third and final chapter in How to Train Your Dragon's film franchise series. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, but Dean DeBlois has been directing How to Train Your Dragon for the past 3 films. All the characters return this time around. Jay Baruchel plays Hiccup, America Ferrera plays Astrid, and for our villain this time around, F. Murray Abraham plays Grimmel. So the plot this time around, the village of Berg has become overcrowded with dragons and humans. Even though they live in harmony together, it just becomes too overcrowded. So Hiccup comes with a plan to move all the dragons and their people to this utopia place where dragons live and where they come from. It only told stories about this because his father told him about it when he was a kid. Also, we find out that Toothless is not the only Night Fury. There's actually a female Night Fury, which they call a Light Fury because it's the opposite of what Toothless looks like. It's white, black, yin and yang. It's completely different. So How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World is actually just a good movie. It flat out, it meets its expectations, and it's just a great family movie, great heartwarming movie, and it was just good. Basically putting an end to this coming of age story of Hiccup coming from a boy and now into a man, teenager, young adult, in this one. Just leading his people of Berg into his new utopia of dragons and people living in harmony together. So in this being the final chapter in this trilogy, it ends it really well. I like the ending, I like the story, and a lot of people were tearing up around me. I didn't cry. I welled up a little bit. But either way, it was still a good movie all the way around, and it was a good, satisfying ending to the whole How to Train Your Dragon series. And also, it felt very fulfilling knowing that this was the end of it and how they ended it. It was a good, proper ending. I wish a lot of movies can take note to this movie and how they ended this movie, because it really did it justice, and I liked just how it ended. Also, on a side note, this feels more like a Toothless movie because it focused more on moving the people of Berg and the dragons to the utopia of the Hidden World, but it also brings that side story. Basically, half the story is of Toothless finding his mate, basically, and knowing that he's not the only Night Fury out there. And it's not a bad thing that they focus a lot on Toothless, because in the past 2 movies we focus on Toothless and Hiccup, or sometimes just Hiccup, but this time around it focuses on Toothless, and I have no complaints about that. He's kind of the star of the whole movie, so it doesn't bother me one bit in that they focus on Toothless. One of the bad takeaways I can take from this movie is that the main villain, Grimmel, doesn't really feel like he was important to the movie. He felt like just like another cookie-cutting villain from the previous movie. Of course, Grimmel wants to kill all the Night Furies, and he wants to enslave all the dragons. So it just kind of feels like it was just like the other villain from the previous one. So, of course, there was some threat to the main characters from Grimmel, but it just feels like he was kind of brushed to the side a little bit, or he wasn't too menacing enough, or he wasn't that great of a villain. I wish he was a little bit more menacing or a little bit more threatening to the whole group, but it kind of puts it to the back a little bit. All in all, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World is a good movie. Bring your kids to watch it, bring the whole family. If you're a fan of the previous 2 movies, it is a no-brainer. You have to go see this movie. Like I said before, it was just heartwarming, and how they ended the whole series of How to Train Your Dragon. They ended on a really good note, and it brings a sense of satisfaction to you knowing how they ended it. So that's all I got to say for that one. Just go out and go see it. So for my rating for How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 Toothless. So what did you guys think about How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World? Did you like it? You didn't like it? You love it? Was the ending what you thought it wanted to be? Did they end it really good? Just whatever you want to say, leave it in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I usually post a video about once a week when I get a chance to. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.